In this daily drop, I'm going to talk about the concept of imposter syndrome and whether or not that's a good thing. So let's go. All right, everybody, here we are coming off the heels of that 3-day interview shoot and some content in and around that. And I am about to move into about a 5-day B-roll shoot related to that. So I'll have some episodes coming up related to the kit and how I'm setting up for that particular part of this long-term project. But today I wanted to talk a little bit about the concept of imposter syndrome. It's that feeling that I've had many times in my career, and some of you may have had, where somebody will say something or you're doing something in production and you feel like an imposter. Like, why am I here? Do I even know anything? What's going on? And what started to get me to think about this again was that recently I had a comment from a viewer and I decided to do an episode to sort of address that comment. But in the background, in my mind, I was thinking to myself, do I not really know about this subject? Is the last 25 plus years of me doing this all for naught? And I really know nothing. And it happens, you know, and I'm not talking about the situation where you have what I call brain farts. You're on set or on location and you know that you're going to have talent facing camera right from the camera operator's standpoint or camera left. And when you do that, let's say they're looking camera right, you know that you're probably going to key from that same side, or the same for camera left. But you have a brain fart and you place the key in the wrong place, or you frame for the short side, or whatever it is that you do, and you're looking at things and you're thinking to yourself, that's not quite right. What's going on here? You realize what you did, you fix it, and you move on with your life. I'm really talking about that concept of feeling like an imposter. And I can tell you that because this, meaning the daily drop in this daily series, isn't the first time I've done this, I've experienced this many times. When I did Gearbox, which was also a daily series, started about 14 or 15 years ago and went for 3+ years, there were many times that I would get comments on episodes whereby I would just say, or let me be defensive, or whatever it was. But underlying that, I had this feeling of, am I an imposter? Should I even be doing this? Should I be talking about and sharing this information? And I kind of think of myself, I think many of you do too, as a lifelong learner, but I also think of myself as a lifelong educator. So I take the information that I am putting out there very, very seriously. It means a lot to me. In fact, when I hear from you, the viewer, that an episode really helped you, or that as a whole, the content that you're getting from this channel is helping you in your professional life and what you're trying to do, it means a tremendous amount to me, because I do take education very seriously. But that imposter feeling is something that can make you feel, and has made me feel, very uncomfortable at times. But what I'm going to say is this: when we're on a platform like YouTube, or any platform where you're putting yourself out there, there's going to be a small percentage of people, usually 2, 3, 4% of people, who are going to post comments that are going to be presented in a negative way. They're trying to point out the things that are wrong. Whether or not they have all of the experience to back that up, it's very hard to know on a platform like this. But what I would say is that sometimes having that feeling of being an imposter can be a benefit to you, because I can tell you that with Gearbox, what would happen oftentimes would be that I was learning something brand new. I was excited to share that information with the people that I was creating content for, you. And then somebody would make a comment. And the initial reaction when somebody does that, attacks or makes a negative comment, is to defend yourself. It's not usually the best way to approach things. The best way to approach it is to say that personality is probably coming into play here in terms of the negativity of what somebody is saying related to what you did. But sometimes there's a very small percentage of that comment or what they're saying that has truth to it. That's an opportunity, if you're feeling that imposter syndrome, to look back at it and say, or step back and take a look at it and say, is there something that I can learn from this? Is there something that I can grow from related to that comment or what somebody said? You don't have to engage, but it's important to look at it and say, this could be growth for me. I could learn about this technology, about this piece of kit, about my craft in a better way. And that happened countless times with Gearbox. It still happens with the Daily Drop. Of course, now I'm building on much more experience and knowledge, but there are still times where I have what I call imposter syndrome. I don't know anything. And quite frankly, I think that part of that is actually healthy. It's not healthy to engage directly with the negativity. Most of the times when I do that, it doesn't go well. And I pride this channel on being very community-based and a group of people who are really serious about learning how to do things better when it comes to the tech and craft of video production and filmmaking. So all I'm saying is, I think imposter syndrome is a real thing, and I've experienced it many times. Most of the time, if I just take a step back and I look at what it is that I do and don't know, and what you don't know is just as important as what you do know, because that's the growth part, the don't know, then you can approach that from a learning experience. I did that all the time with Gearbox, and then I would come back and shoot other episodes and impart that new knowledge that I had about a subject matter, and I think that that's beneficial. So if you suffer ever on set, on location, in life with an imposter syndrome, just take a step back, look at the area and say, how much of what's happening here has that little bit of truth? If it does, it may not. It may just be negative. But if it has a little bit of truth, that's an opportunity for growth for you. You don't have to communicate that to anybody. You can just step back. I would sometimes spend 1, 2, 3 days learning about that subject more. That all helped. It still helps with what I do for a living. Love to hear your thoughts on the subject. And I don't know, I'm doing this thing an entirely second time because I forgot to hit record. It happens. Don't forget to. And I'll see you on the next episode of The Daily Drop.